come on in, grab your coffee, have a seat right next to me, and let's sit together as we open Exodus chapters 21 and 22 today. We've just seen God give the 10 commandments in chapter 20. Big foundational rules for loving God and loving people. Now, in these two chapters, God gives more detailed laws, often called the Book of the Covenant. These aren't random rules. They are practical ways to live out justice and mercy in everyday life. So pull up a chair right next to me. I'm glad that we are here to learn together. So right away, God sets laws to protect the most vulnerable people in society. The ones who could easily be taken advantage of or be hurt. He starts with the rules about slaves, Hebrew servants who sold themselves or were sold because of debt. They weren't treated like property forever. After 6 years, they went free with provision, and if they loved their master and family, they could stay. God makes sure that even servants are treated with dignity and fairness. Then come laws about personal injury. If someone hurts another person, there's justice, not revenge. Rules about pregnant women. If a fight causes harm to a woman or her unborn child, there's accountability. Laws protecting widows, orphans, and foreigners. So God says, don't take advantage of them. Don't mistreat them. If you do, my anger will burn against you. He even says, if you lend money to my poor people, don't charge interest. If you take their cloak as a pledge, give it back by sunset so they have something to sleep in. God gave these laws because everything we do has consequences. Not just for ourselves, but for the people around us. One careless or selfish action can hurt someone very deeply, and God wants us to think before we act, count the cost, and consider the outcome. We need to live responsibly and act justly when we deal with others. Micah 6:8 sums it up so well. He has shown you, O mortal, what is good and what does the Lord require of you, to act justly and love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. God cares deeply for the vulnerable, the helpless, the overlooked, the ones that society has often ignored or exploits them. Widows who've lost their provider, orphans with no one to defend them. He puts strong protections around them, and he says, don't oppress them. It's our responsibility and our duty to care for and protect the vulnerable too. This is true worship. James 1:27 says, pure and faultless religion before God is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. Jesus said in Matthew 25:40, whatever you did for one of the least of these, brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. And 1 Timothy 5 verse 1 through 16 gives practical ways to honor and care for widows in the church family. Now, these chapters show us God's heart. He's not just a God of big miracles like parting seas. He's also a God who cares about everyday justice, about how we treat the weakest among us. He sets standards so no one gets crushed or forgotten. When we live this way, acting justly, showing mercy, and protecting the vulnerable, we reflect His character and we bring honor to Him. Let's take this to heart. Look around. Who in your life is vulnerable right now? A widow, an orphan, someone struggling alone? How can we step in with care and justice? God sees them and He sees us too. So let's live in a way that pleases Him. Thank you for joining me today. If these laws reminded you of God's heart for the vulnerable, or if it has challenged you to act justly, would you share this video with your friends? God willing, I will see you tomorrow for the next chapters. And until then, keep loving mercy, doing justice, and walking humbly with your God. You are deeply, deeply loved. Shalom. Shalom.